Hi, my name is Maurice, the Crochet Master, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Hair by Clipper. I'm not happy at all to those ones who keep on saying the same thing about this hairstyle. I'm not happy at all. Yes, welcome back from that. And I was trying to tell you about that is just because we have been doing this kind of hairstyle, and I've been always like explaining what I always use and how we always do plait it, but still it is still very difficult for some people to understand it well. So let me try to make my point clear here, that when we are doing this kind of a hairstyle, there are some things that we always follow. Like I've been telling you, I recommend this hairstyle to those people with weak hairline, those people with broken hairline, like especially in front. It's just because I know how it is, and I've been doing this for some good time. So when it comes to Junky, guys, trust me, it's the best hairstyle that you can do, and it won't disturb you a lot at all if you try to do this. So to those who have been asking me about the materials, the weavers that I always use, this is what I use. Yes, this is the kinky that I always use, and it's from Darling, Uganda. You can see how it looks. This is the material that I always use, and you can do all colors that you want to do. And then we always use even the palm rods, and I'm going to be showing you the difference between all these. Yes, the palm rods looks like this. You understand? So at times there are those ones that look like this. So it just you just have to choose the type of the palm rod that you're going to use, because now the type of a palm rod will depend on the curls that you want. So if you want the very small curls, you can use these small ones, and then those ones that can do the medium, and even those big palm rods that you can also try to use when it comes to that. And then the one more last thing that we always don't forget is, we don't forget the anti-itchy. This is our oil that we always apply when we are done with the cornrow. This is what we always apply when it comes to that. So those are the things that I always use when it comes to the Junky curl, as I'm going to be showing you right here in this video. So please watch it very careful so that you can learn something from it.
Oh yes, as I've been showing you how this Junky curl works, and I think I'm still having some misunderstanding to those ones who always watch my cornrows. Most of them, they think that is very tight, but anyway, I don't know how I can explain this, but maybe it would be fine if you yourself would come and prove it. Just because we always do the inside corners, so like if you don't, like, maybe if I've never done it before, you won't tell, like you will always think that it's that painful, but yet it is not, because the inside cornrows, we always do it when we are doing the crochet, just because for it lasts longer than the corners. So as we are crocheting these crochet, the Junky curl, it's the same process that we always do our puff cornrow, that the way it's supposed to be. And now when the cornrow is holding puff, that means my client will be able to style this kind of hair all sides, like all position. Somebody will be able to hold it puff, leave it sideways, or even in the midway, just because of the style of the corner. And I always say this, the corners depends on the crochet that you're going to do. So that's why I always do it that way. And if you try to look at the way we are trying to play it here, you might see it very tight, but we always try to make it as soft as possible so that it brings that sponge look. not like that real twist. If you try to look at it, it's not that like that real twist, though. As like we are plating, we be like we're showing it is twisting, but we don't make it that hard. So that's how the process go. We make sure that we pack it very well. Even you make sure that you pack this the invisible line very well, like where somebody have to separate the hair, is you have to pack it very well. And then when you're done with that, we just go to another step of doing the palm rods. And now, as I've been explaining, that the palm rods depends on the type of the size of palm rod you're using. If you want the curls to be big, you can use the big palm rods, but this time around I want my curls to be this small or somehow medium, and that's why I'm using this type of palm rods. So if you also have some palm rods, they can do it's according to the type of the size of curls that you want. So as we're doing these palm rods, I always advise you guys to arrange it very nicely. Like you make sure you arrange your palm rods in a good way. You understand? Yeah, you make sure that you arrange it in a good way so that it comes out when it is perfect. And this is the same way that I'm arranging them. Yeah, depending on how I want my curls to stay. You understand? Because if now I was doing it from down, it means my curls still would be down, but I'm trying to bring them here so that at least they can be that short bob, the way it looks nice. And sometimes when you try to make it a bit longer, they might disturb, and when they disturb is when you find someone's trying to start holding it puff, and now when you start holding it puff, that means your curls made loose. And though it is very fine, even if the curls are not there or like they disappear, still you can recurl it and it looks nice. So this is how we palm rod. And like when we're done doing the palm rod, the next step that we always do, we have to burn, like we have to boil. We dip it in hot water so that we can make our curls this way. And when you're on this step, you just have to be very, very careful because it is dangerous, very dangerous. So you just have to be very careful. At least you cover your client with towels so that she's protected, from this hot water. So now if you're done doing all that deep thing, I wouldn't advise you to put the person in the dry. It's not you shouldn't, because I always tell you that kinky, for it dries as soon as possible. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it is just something that is very, very interesting, that for it just washing, it gets dry itself. So this is how you can just remove your palm rods as you're going to separate the curls. So let's try to see all these together.
yes, this is what I got for you. But remember one thing, you can always go right in my comment section, tell them what you think about these hairstyles so that we can keep learning more. I'm gonna sign out. My name is Maurice, the project master, and please like, share, comment. This is Hair by Clippers. Bye bye. May God bless you.